That is not what you want to hear from your head coach. That is not made of a championship ilk. And if I'm the owner, I'm looking at him with a raised eyebrow, to say the least. I remember, I keep telling y'all, there was a story about Daryl Morey when he lost a playoff game in Houston when he was with the Rockets. And I knew it was the end because he walked up to Tillman Fertitta, the owner for the Rockets. And even though they had lost the playoff game, he said, see, look, this is what the numbers say. So we really, really won. Oh, no, you didn't win. And that's why he was out as the executive running the franchise, because of nonsensical rhetoric like that. A win is a win, an L is an L. The particulars matter, but not at the end when the results are in. Somebody better tell me, can he Atkinson that before he utters that out of his mouth?
And maybe he's just grasping at straws because nothing's working right now for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Let's swing it out west, Stephen A. The Spurs tied up the Western Conference Finals. Great performance, 21-point blowout of the champs last night. Victor Wembanyama dropped 33 points, including that 43-foot half-court shot in the first half. SGA held to just 19 on 6 of 15 shooting. It feels like a foregone conclusion that the Cavs can't dig out of this hole. So as a Knicks fan, who would you be more afraid of facing in the finals? The Thunder right now or the Spurs?
I got to tell you that right now, believe it or not, it would be the Spurs. Because even though the Thunder, the reigning defending NBA champions that walked into San Antonio and won Game 3, in the end, what transpired in Game 4 really, really matters. Not only did they get blown out, not only did they come out so flat, not only did they shoot about 15% from deep-point range, and about 31% from the field that Shea Gilgeous-Alexander was relatively...
Game 4, appetizer link. Let's get it. Game 4, appetizer link. Let's get it.
It does become a bit concerning that you juxtapose that to the San Antonio Spurs.
They're
young, they can be erratic, but their primary ball handlers, De'Aaron Fox and Dylan Harper, they're back. They weren't there for games you don't want to go for.
Alright, so you playing in the tournament. This is the tournament right here. You got VCU, and then BYU, Georgetown, another bracket, but we got this other bracket right here. Seems like
he's an off guard. He's a small forward. He's a
the championship game would be the easiest, playing these smaller D1s. The mid-majors. So let's get it. So we want to, before we get to the game in a few minutes, we want to analyze previous tournament games. Let's keep it. A lot of games on the 23rd. A lot. And then jump to the 30th. Wow. Alright, so well, 23rd, 24th.
Meanwhile, Jalen Brunson and the Knicks, as we've talked about, just a win away from the NBA Finals. Brunson,
well, they're eliminated in that tournament.
including 20 points per in the
Interesting.
second half in this series. Game 4, Knicks Cavs tipping off shortly after 8 Eastern on ESPN. And our betting analyst, Aaron Dolan, joins us now. So Aaron, Cavs backs up against the wall. The Knicks can smell that first NBA Finals appearance this century. With all that in mind, how are you playing tonight's Game 4 in Cleveland?
I'm looking at the Cavs in the first half. I would take the plus half a point here. Look, there's something to be said about a team that's on a brink of elimination. If they're going to do anything, I do believe the Cavs can do something in the first half because, quite frankly, they have to. They cannot start out slow. When you go back to Game 3, the New York Knicks, I mean, they were great on offense, they were great on defense. They were up the entire game. The Knicks are the better
Let's keep this bracket in Hawaii Invitational. So DePaul blew out Southern. Of course, Texas blew out Kentucky. Wow, let's keep this 40-40 at halftime, and Texas put away the defending champs. Wow. Let's keep the stat sheet. Interesting. So this kid, he ain't do nothing. 84 overall, you gotta do more than that. Probably their best player too. He only 79 overall, and he scored the most. Junior. Because the team usually goes to the money. He only averaging 4? Wow. How many games has he played? 4? And he only averaging 4? Wow.
Which is more than double his average during the regular season. He's also had 3 games so far this postseason of having 10 or more assists. So getting this at 16.5 feels a little bit low for a guy like Carl Anthony Towns. So again, taking him over 16.5 rebounds and assists.
2 for 12, 0 for 4 from 3. Wow.
Ever to average 6 assists per
Now
game.
he's supposed to be attempting 3 with 67 already.
And with some betting insight into the possible clincher tonight in Cleveland.
He slightly bought, but wow, he scored the most. And that was his career high. Wow.
Excellent outside shooter, but you see the numbers there. Just 26% from beyond the arc. Get tip off.
It is from 3 though.
Just over an hour from now.
Wow. Alright, Texas, yeah, a bunch of people brought out. And this kid ain't do much.
Just step in and go with no bending down or touching. Wrap your feet in hands-free Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins.
Great clips pants that you hate to wait. That's why they have online check-in in the Great Clips app, so you can get a great haircut on your schedule and get right back in the game. Download the Great
Alright,
Clips app
so let's
today.
see what else. Clemson. Wow, Clemson barely beat Harvard. Wow. And they was down by 12 at the half. Wow. Let's keep Harvard up here.
Designed for exploring new frontiers.
In the 50s, wow.
Michelin, motion for life.
Everybody in the 50s? Wow, barely 60 right here. Wow. And they barely beat on Clemson. Wow. Pippen, dude. They talked to Pippen after they spoke to him after the game. For Texas, who they spoke to after the game, they spoke to.
And fluffy pancakes are just $6 every day.
They spoke to line ball.
And it comes with fries. Celebrate every day for just $6 with the IHOP value menu.
America, let me be clear. If your car breaks down and your plan is
UCLA, Minnesota. Minnesota has the number one.
sayonara. Oh,
He was the number one player
hope ain't gonna
a
replace
couple
your
classes ago,
This
juniors.
isn't a defense I've ever
He
heard
only
of.
had 12.
It's my
Wow.
product with car sheet. America's most trusted
Averaging
protection.
15.
I'm talking an elite level defense that helps save drivers money when unexpected car repairs happen. And you know,
He's supposed to start.
all it takes
That's
is one
true.
call to car sheet.
79.
You can be riding just like me. You can try.
Is he supposed to start? He is? Alright. I didn't turn the music up. Yeah. Oh, what's up with me? What's up with them? Is this on me? Some shit? The fuck? Why the sound ain't coming out? Oh, let me see something. I can't hear the game? The fuck? Let me see something real quick. Yo, why I can't hear the game? The fuck? That shit ain't doing nothing. Oh, let me turn this shit off real quick. Why I can't hear the game? There you go. We back in it, let's go. We about to get to it. Alright.
Prepare for the NBA Finals. It's Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals on
You. Alright, so UCLA versus Minnesota. UCLA was up by 5 at the half. Wow, and Vince only had 1.
Studio J in Atlanta. Welcome to NBA Tip-Off presented by AT&T. I'm Ernie Johnson. We're here from Charles and Shaq in just a moment. But first, we pause and consider this day on the calendar. Valid. Not a
We talked to him after the game. Post-game interview got it was either this kid or this kid, but he was more efficient, but he had more assists and steals.
Because on this day we honor the fall.
So I guess I'll give it to this kid, McLeod, senior too. But I definitely get it, yeah, this kid gets it. I got his career high, the freshman. But yeah, he talked to him after the game.
Memorial Day brings back memories of my father, the Marine. He made it home from the
Minnesota
Pacific
can get
World
now
War
from this kid.
He was able to enjoy a life of nearly 90 years as a husband and father and
Sophomore.
and oh how he relished those reunions with his Marine Corps buddies. But what this day also brings to mind is the memory of just how
Alright, so and then wow, semis of that Hawaii Invitational. Texas blew out the ball. Wow. Yeah, all seniors starting too. Wow. Still blew out the ball.
That's who we pay homage to on this day.
Yeah, the worst. 1-2, 83 overall. Wow.
Battlefields around the world. Every ounce of gratitude we can muster.
He averaged 13 last season, only averaging 7 so far this season. What the? 4 games so far. What are you shooting from 3? 16% so far? Wow. Texas, beat them boys out. We talked to him after the game. You get the point guard or shooting guard. Shooting guard is more efficient. 5 for 8, 4 for 5. Yeah, you talked to him after the game.
Yeah, obviously this is the first
It's a blowout too.
I didn't know a lot about my
Clemson, UCLA. Wow, 1 point game. Clemson was up by 12 at the half, and they let him come back. Wow.
I have so much respect and admiration for
He played Garbo, Tourny Watkins started. He played Garbo just started for them.
Does not do nearly enough but our best. The bench should have everything at their disposal. They shouldn't have to go off through the red tape and paperwork. But man, thank you everybody who served, and bless you and your family, guys who made it home, and guys
Jimmy Armstrong and Jesse Mims.
Agreed. You know, we all have.
Or even Florentino Freeman. All 79s could be coming for their T. Watkins kids, the 80. Coming for that starting spot possibly during the season.
Current military and also the people who have served from top to bottom.
UCLA, we talked to him after the game. Was it McLeod again? Was it Benson didn't have a good game this time? He only had 1 point last game. Wait, yeah, he only had 1. Came back in semis and had 18. Nice, leading scorer too. What a bounce back for this kid. So we talked to him after the game.
You can fall into that trap of referring to guys who hit big shots as heroes, or you can say, boy, they
left it really,
or they left it all.
Was that his career high? Yeah, that was his career high.
I always say, you know how I feel about teachers and firemen and policemen, anybody that has served. I always say, those at the top of my list.
So Texas versus UCLA for the Hawaiian Invitational National Championship tourney.
As far as this ball game goes
Interesting.
tonight, we got the potential of a second straight sweep.
And then there was a consolation play.
Cleveland down 3-0.
We got to play in consolation game.
They're in their gym, and a lot of times
So it blew our heart with the consolation.
Lisa Salters will be working the sidelines tonight.
That should be
How would you
interesting.
gauge that belief on the Cleveland
Another interesting
side?
consolation game. So now we can get to our game. Let's do it.
We're just waiting, dramatic pause for Lisa.
All right, now we go check our playbook.
And talk about the belief.
Around coach's office.
What's the belief?
Playbook.
They gonna get their ass whooped.
Not the shrine.
You believe that? I believe that.
Hey, Lisa, are you hearing him? We can see you and hear you. And now, I don't know if you were hooked up when I was talking about belief and whether the Cavs had that going into Game 4.
Yes, Ernie. Well, the Cavaliers are all still saying the right things about how they still have belief in this team, belief in what they're capable of. Kenny Atkinson said before yesterday's film session, he asked guys to speak up and say why they still have belief, and he told them keep it real, no fluff, just facts, be honest. He said guys had great answers, like they believe because they had success against them before. They believe because their shots haven't been falling, and they believe that, you know, if that changes the series could change. And they also said they believe because they know they found a way to respond before when their backs have been against the wall in these playoffs. So he said guys all have their reasons why they believe, and yet they understand that they can't win the next 4 without winning this one tonight. But having said all that, Ernie, you can't help but wonder, maybe, just maybe, the emotional toll of what happened in Game 1 was just too much for the Cavs to overcome. And I say that because it just keeps coming up. Mitchell referenced Game 1 multiple times in his post-game comments after Game 3. He was asked what he's learned in this series, and the first thing he said was, don't lose Game 1 after being up 22.
They got alternate jerseys? I wonder. Wow, they do got alternates. And the alternates look pretty interesting. But they definitely rocking the alternates.
So while the Cavaliers aren't looking for excuses, and rightfully so, they've been saying that they moved past Game 1 right after it happened, but maybe the damage had already been done.
Again, we rocking the red? Yeah, we like to rock the red.
Another opportunity tonight to get Game 4,
get it.
And then we can go on from
Game
there. Just
options.
listen to you guys and listen to Shaq and Kenny. I don't know. Do you guys believe that?
That was going to be my next question, as a matter of fact. Thank you very much for the report. It was worth the wait. Thank you, Lisa.
Please.
It's a hard thing to define, and I guess
Hey,
maybe you're a player, you can say you believe.
I want to check what they line up.
Deep down inside.
Going home.
Let me see what they line up looking at real quick just to make sure they ain't out of whack. Yeah, that's their real line up.
They know they're going to get their ass whooped tonight. Deep down. Ernie.
Alright, let's get it.
Easy. Well, first of all, they got to come out and play with some energy. They can't quit from the beginning. But they know, and she said it, they haven't gotten over Game 1. Why are you talking about Game 1 basically almost a week later? This team, I've seen desperation. We've had this conversation on some of these other series. Get it over what desperation is.
Everybody started in a minute.
You come up and give up 40 points in a must-win game, the first quarter at home, you unpacked it in. Because you 40 points on it at home. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. You round up. I didn't say you did, but you can't give up 37 points.
You know what was funny about that? And I'll get to you in 1 second, Shaq. Here's the thing. You mentioned desperation, but when Karl Anthony Towns was doing the end-of-quarter interview with Lisa Saunders in Game 1, he said, we need to play more desperate, even though they were up 37-27 at the time. They were the team talking about desperation.
And that's why they're up 3-0. You talk about the word belief. I'm an expert at being at this important series, being down on 3. Belief. All 15 guys have to believe that they can win. And I guarantee you, all 15 guys on that team do not believe. You have 1 or 2 guys saying, hey, I'm going to go get mine tonight so people can't say it's my fault. But the other 13, they don't really believe it, and it shows that. So, like Chuck said, they don't play with desperation. They don't play like they want to win. You know, they may come out with, the fake I believe in this
Let's get it.
But, that fourth quarter is going to be, the real true test. And, I'm concerned with the next because, Kenny and I and Chuck, I don't want to think ahead. If I win this game tonight, it's going to be different. So, sometimes you get super excited and then you come out something that you have a chance to win. So the Knicks have to be careful. And the Cavs have to
get ready for 2k-Hoops 2k-8. Virginia Commonwealth Rams battle the Florida State Seminoles. Let's start with basketball fans for the semifinal matchup. We're here at the Coniston Max Center.
Semi? I thought it was quarterfinals. It might be semi. Right up there with the best when it comes to small forwards. Another's offensive awareness. Alright, let's switch it to semis.
Also,
the whole
forwards out there. He's now standing defending the low post, and he has wonderful fundamental skills in the air. Both looking to lead their teams to a win. We'll see who succeeds.
Either triggers you or makes you succumb. And we'll see if it makes them succumb, because that is the moment when everyone's against you. And you see who you really, really are. But I said this game is down to 10, over 10 points at any point. That's when the Knicks will just go through. But if it stays in that 10 or less, 9 or less, I think they have that chance.
And for New York, if they can win this series, number one, it would be a sweep twice in the same postseason, which they've never done.
Pull up from that EU logo.
First since 1999.
Pull up from the EU logo.
Back to what their owner James Dolan said earlier this year, and that came into play ahead of Game 4.
Let's get it.
Shootout. Scores the opening field goal. And they now go up by 2. Cool. Inbound the ball. Buckley passes it up court. That's the whistle for Buckley. That's his first foul. Well, back there inside, it looked like he was leading with a contact to serve. Passes it to the wing.
Let's go. Be up.
Let's check into our sideline reporter, Tracy Wilson. Recovered by that. Finley runs it off.
Great. And even more appropriate now, considering what's going on. That's your number one.
Finley pitches it to the left side. Left wing. Tosses it up. Extra jump. He's got 2. Switch. Inbounds the ball. Right around the the crossover. Good job on the way out of the circle. Up by 3. Brings it up court. Also, Finley. Dumps it
Nice. What an alley.
Left. Inbounds the ball.
You ever just look at them and think, yeah, I'm doing this right.
This summer, get 1,000 bonus points and the chance to win 250,000 bonus points.
Right around 10 minutes left in the half.
Working hard now, so the future Amy gets
Wait, sorry.
Almost a three-point opportunity. The shot was clearly affected by the contact there. Good call. He makes the first substitution. The Rams are making a few lineup changes. He's off on the second. Intercepted. I'd love to see that. He's running around in the pass. Such a big play. Not good. But it's recovered by Donald. Cool. Well played. It's the layup. Two. Dumps it to the inside. Finley backs in. Cunningham dumps it off. Shoots the turnaround. Hit. That was his first and long shot. The three-point foul. Beautiful work to punch through that foul and get to the line for the three opportunity. Foul shot is good for a three-point ball. Cool inbounds the ball. Just over 9 yards left in the half.
They got 5 team fouls already? Wow. Anybody be in the bonus earlier than any team I've ever seen before?
Order is coming onto the floor. Scoring come away empty from the line. Order hands it off. Finley. Catches it on the strike. Last shot runs down by Warner. Good choice to go to the bounce pass. Good play. Cool inbounds the ball. Under 9 minutes left in the half. Duncan hits the three-point goal. They cut it to 1. The Rams were the last ones to touch it, and they'll turn it over.
This team just isn't on the right page now. It's obvious the players are having a hard time beating each other.
Tourny brings it up the floor. Goes to the crossover. Leach passes to the wing. Double clutches. Collected inside by me.
That was a desperation move. Got caught trying to change the shot just a little too late.
Bender dumps it off. To the free throw line. Finley throws it out. No good from beyond the arc. But they're still out in front by 1. Dishes to the right wing. Cool. Swings it to the left wing. Nice little crossover. Finley inbounds the ball. Picks it up. Rebounded by Hess. He must have thought someone was rotating over to block that. You can't lose concentration even for a second. Cool. Gets it. Right wing. Stop the read. Uses the crossover. Has it. Right block. That's right. Shooting the hard out of the gate. It's almost picks it up.
Come on, Doctor. You can come out for that. Yeah, missed that.
Everything he had, but it still wasn't enough. Good defense, not letting him jam it home. To the strike. Lead pass inside. What's it on? Passed in the low block by Cunningham. He's got 4. Florida State takes its first time out of the game. Both teams are going to shake things up a little bit with some subs. Inbounds the ball. About 6.5 minutes left in the half. There's no question what kind of defense they're inbound. Handle it. Gedgy. Goes up. Lays it over. Goes up by 3. Engel launches it up court. One-on-one. Knee. Engel from deep. Leach snatches the rebound. Stony right by Engel. Such great instincts. He knew exactly where the ball was going. Engel crosses it over. Puts it up.
Come on, get rebound.
Sticks it from 14 feet. But they still trail it by 1. Grundy inbounds the ball. Leach picks it up. They rule this one goaltender. Out the shot. Zucker hands it off. Left wing. Legion with the pass. Lee can't convert the layup. Don't let anything be cut like that. I'm sure his coach will be telling him that. Cool. From downtown.
Let's go.
And they're out in front by 6. The Virginia Commonwealth Force.
Let's go.
Things up a little bit. He's going to take time to make sure everybody's clear on the game plan. Well, let's get back to the action of the court. Both teams are going to shake things up a little bit with some subs. Soto inbounds the ball. Engel catches it. Put up and in on the last layup. Just a great matchup we've got here. Either team can score any knockout close. Florida State has serious problems with their interior defense.
And one, let's go. I said the device is too hot. Wow. Damn. All right, go.
Thanks, Tracy. No good. They both get the three-point play. Bounce pass inside. By Warner. Don't they realize this guy is running? Running that close without a hand in his face? He'll make you pay for it with the crossover. Hope. Has it. Right lane. Warner grabs the rock. Look at the big fella pull down that board. When he sees the ball go up, he isn't afraid to go after it. Last basket on the left by Engel. Lee inbounds the ball. Under 4 minutes left in the half. Gedges dumps it off. Takes it in. Well played by Warner. Quick defensive reaction to change the trajectory. That's what
Ah.
Let's retrieve Ahsoka. Right way. Kicks it out to the right way. Sizing up his man. Hooked away. He got it up there, but it just won't fall. Hess. Tourny catches it. Left way. Hope for three. Warner snatches it down. It doesn't matter how far you've got to go to get them burned. Every rebound is essential. Can't convert the three-point play. Up three. But it's recovered by Yeti. Gets it on the free throw line. Stolen by Virginia Conway. Victor's lead. Well, the game just slows down for him to play and sees things that others don't. Tourny inbounds the ball on the floor. Florida State calls timeout.
Grundy into between.
Getting set to inbound the ball. The Seminoles will bring a few more starters back here. Florida State has been on the wrong side of this long run. And Quincy's got a report for us.
The Seminoles coach was frantically talking to his assistants, trying to come up with a plan on defense to stop this run. He was not pleased with their current setup, to say the least.
All right, Tracy. That last layup was just piping. Just throw it down. His coach is going crazy on the sidelines. Dr. bounces it to the wing. Goes up. The uptake was a good one. So was the layup by Tourny. And we're now all right up 30. To the strike. Beats it to the wing. He's 1 for 2 from three-point range. 1:49 left in the first half. Good. Hook loose. Out of bounds. Touch last by Virginia Commonwealth. Nothing changes his back in the game after a short rest. Grundy inbounds the ball. Knocks it loose. But it's recovered by Dockery. Passes to the wing. Cool. Gets it. Right wing. Gets the layup after the Purple freezes the team. And they're now down by one. Cunningham uses the crossover. Finishing nicely down low on the flash shot. He gets up close and personal and closes the deal. Leaves no room for error and no room for anybody to do anything about it. The Seminoles could get 2 for 1 if they hurry. Doctor ends it off. Grundy with the floater. Soto corrals the miss inside. Listen to the crowd burn. This kind of excitement is why I love college basketball. Soto has it on the perimeter. The jumper was carried by Cunningham. They're in front, 37-32. Crosses it over. Ingram gets whistled for blocking. There again, whistle for the line for one more. Dunbar, who's leader out of 4, didn't get much of the rest. Down the first one. Gets the second with ball as well. Finland inbounds the ball. That's the half.
Oh, down by 3.
37-34. What do you think of the first half, Bill? I don't see them slowing down, Bert. I think it's going to go out like this for the rest of the game. Buckle yourself in. And now it's time to show you our player of the half. Bill, Soto has been just deadly, Brown. The lead must look 5 feet wide to him right now because it doesn't seem like he's missing anything, inside or out. He's been an offensive force. Absolutely on fire.
This kid, oh yeah, he did make that first bucket. Wow.
Solid performance from our player of the half.
So we have to play big, go with him, deal with that. Let's mess up in the second half. Holla.